friends, welcome to my channel. Today I have come with a useful video for you all with main points and MCQs of the lesson The Thief's Story. This is taken from your supplementary book Footprints Without Feet. So today we are going to discuss the main points and the MCQs. But before that, if you are viewing my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications of all the important videos. To watch the video till end because it's going to be very useful and do not miss any part of it, and also share with your friends. So let's get started with the lesson and its main points. So this lesson is written by Ruskin Bond, and here the narrator of the lesson is himself a thief. So let's see what is the story about. So the narrator was a thief. He was only 50 but was experienced in his work. Okay, so narrator is a thief and he is 15 years old and he is experienced in his work. Means in the field of theft, he is so experienced. Now he thought of targeting Anil, a young man of 25 years. So this narrator, who is a thief, is 15 years old. He is inexperienced in his work and he is thinking of targeting a person called Anil, and this Anil is a young man of 25 years. The narrator introduced himself to Anil as Hari Singh. So he goes towards Anil and he introduces himself as Hari Singh. And now this is not his real name. Okay, it's Hari Singh. He is just giving a new name to himself. Now he changed his name every month to escape arrest. So this was his work. He was robbing from every here and there, and all his employers were behind him. So to escape from arrest from police and the employees whom he had cheated, he used to change his name every month. Now Hari Singh wanted to work for Anil, but Anil had no money to pay him every month as he had no regular income and he used to write for magazines. Now he approached Anil and he started talking. He introduced himself as Hari Singh and then slowly he asked for work. But Anil had no money to give it to him, like to pay him regularly every month, because he himself had no regular income. He was just a writer who used to write for magazines, and it was not so regular income that he used to get from it. So Anil asked if he could cook, and Hari Singh lied that he knew to cook. So because he did not have money to pay, he had another option. So Anil asked the person, like the Hari Singh, whether does he knows to cook. If yes, he can keep him as a cook and he can give some supplement. Instead of money, he can give him food or something like that. So Hari Singh quickly lied and said, yes, I knew to cook. But he never knew to cook. He had never cooked the food. But in order to get with Anil and to work under him, or he had a plan of robbing him, he has lied that he knew to cook so that he gets a job over here. Now Hari Singh cooked the food so terribly that it had to be thrown away to the stray dogs. Now, okay, Anil was convinced by Hari Singh and he took him to his home and he told him to stay there and he asked him to cook the food. And the food which was cooked by Hari Singh was so terrible that it was not able to eat by any of the human being. It was just thrown to the stray dogs. It was so terribly cooked by him because he never knew, he had not cooked at all. So it was just thrown away. Now Anil got angry and he asked him to go away, but Hari Singh did not leave him. He stuck up there because he wanted to have other opportunities. What he wanted to take out from Anil. So even when Anil started suing him, said him to go away, Hari Singh did not leave him and go from there. After some time, Anil softened and told Hari that he would teach him to cook, write his name, and also promised to teach him to write whole sentences and add numbers. So Anil was a kind-hearted person here. So his heart softened after some time and he said Hari that it's okay, I would teach you to cook and then I'll also teach you how to read and write, how to write the whole sentences and also to add numbers so that you can write and by educating yourself, you can earn more money. So like that, he promised himself. So this shows the soft corner and the kind-heartedness of the Anil. Now, it was quite a good opportunity for Hari to work for Anil. He also made a rupee a day from buying the day's groceries. So as Anil had kept Hari Singh to cook as a cook in his house, he used to give him some amount to get the day's groceries and the household things. So from that also he used to save a rupee, and he did not return back to Anil, but he kept it for himself. So this was a quite a good opportunity for Hari. He was working, he was getting food also, he was learning to cook, and apart from that, he was saving a rupee a day and he was keeping with himself. One evening, Anil came with a bundle of notes by selling his book to a publisher. So what happened one evening, Anil, as he was a writer, he wrote a book and he sold it to a publisher, and he got a bundle of notes. He got it and he kept it in his house. So Hari saw Anil tuck the money under the mattress. Hari slid his hand under the mattress and took the money out and quickly left the room. So thief is a thief. After seeing the money, the bundle of notes, Hari's mind changed. He saw how and where Anil had tucked the money under the mattress, and when he was asleep, he slid his hand under the mattress and took out the money, and quickly he left the room. He ran away from there with the money. Okay, then while he was on his way, he counted his notes. It was 600 rupees in 50s. He thought of living like a rich Arab for a week or two. So after taking the money, he did not even turn back and saw. He just ran away from there. And after going a few miles away, he counted on his notes and he found it to be 600 rupees, and it was in 50s denominations. And he thought that I can live like a rich Arab for at least a week or two with that much of money. Then he could easily get a train to Lucknow, but hesitated and remained standing at the platform. Now, after taking this money, he went straight away to the station, and there was a train which was just leaving for Lucknow. It was a Lucknow Express. He would have got the train if he had jumped a little, but something from inside made him hesitated, and he remained standing at the platform, and the train left the station. Now he had no friends to go, and the only person he knew was Anil, whom he had robbed a few hours ago. So in this city, he had no friends at all, and he never trusted on friends because he thought that they can put you in trouble. So the only person he knew there was Anil, and whom he had robbed a few hours ago. So he could not return back there. Now it was a chilly night and started to drizzle. Hari Singh had forgotten about the education in the excitement of theft, and now realized that education could bring him more money than theft. So it was like he was helpless now. Where should he go? What should he do? He was not getting in his mind. Now it was a chilly night and it started drizzling. Now Hari Singh thinks and realizes his mistake. He says that he had forgotten about the education in the excitement of theft. With that little amount of money which he saw, and he got the excitement of stealing it, and now he is realizing that he has done a mistake, and education could bring him more money than theft. So Hari Singh went back to the room and put the wet money under the mattress. So now he realizes his mistake. So he goes back to the room where Anil was, and he put back the money under the mattress from where he had got, and the money had become wet because it was drizzling outside. Now next morning, Anil stretched out his hand holding a 50 rupee note and told Hari that he had made some money and would pay him regularly. Now the next morning when Anil got up, he stretched out his hand like he got 50 rupee note, and he stretched his hand towards Hari Singh and told that he can keep this money and he would pay him regularly now onwards because he had made some money, and this was the kindness of Anil towards Hari Singh. Anil knew everything about the theft, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. Okay, because Anil understood that the notes and the money which he had kept is wet. So he understood the whole thing, that how Hari Singh would have taken the money and ran, and again he's back now. But he never uttered a word, nor he questioned anything to Hari Singh, nor even he handed over him to the police. Because he was a kind-hearted person, he wanted him to realize his mistake, which he had already done, and now he thinks about learning to write the sentences, to add numbers, to educate himself and earn money in a proper manner. So instead of punishing him with his kind behavior, Anil changed the thief's character and his behavior. So with this, we come to an end of the story, the thief story, and now we'll move towards the MCQs of this chapter. So the first question here is, I was still a thief when I met Anil. Who is I referred to? Is it Anil, Hari Singh, friend, or a stranger? So answer is option B, Hari Singh. As we know, the narrator is Hari Singh, he was a thief. So here I is referred to Hari Singh. Next, how old was Hari Singh when he met Anil? Was it 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, or 20 years? The answer is option A, 15 years. Next, Anil was dash years old, 20, 22, 25, or 30. So it's option C, 25. Anil was 25 years old and Hari Singh was 15 years old, right? So answer is option C. Now next one. The real work Hari Singh is talking about is writing, cooking, selling, or stealing. So answer is option D, stealing. Because Hari Singh was involved in this occupation, he used to steal, he used to rob. So he was talking about his previous job, that was stealing. So answer is option D, stealing. Next one. Hari Singh changed his name frequently because to escape from arrest, to enjoy new names, he liked to change his name, or none of the above. And the answer is option A, to escape from arrest. Because he was cheating each of the employers and he wanted to escape from the arrest, so he used to change his name. So answer is option A, to escape from arrest. Next, where was Anil's house? Over Jamuna Street Shop, over Jamuna Toy Shop, over Jamuna Clothes Shop, or over Jamuna Pan Shop? And the answer is option A, over Jamuna Street Shop. Okay, so this was the place where Anil has his house, over the Jamuna Street Shop. Next, Anil decided to help Hari Singh by teaching him to cook, teaching him to write, teaching him to add numbers, or all of the above. And the answer is option D, all of the above. Because Anil said, because he did not have the money to pay, he asked him to work as a cook, and instead of that, he would give him some food. And when he came to know that Hari Singh did not know to even cook, he promised Hari Singh that he would teach him to cook, also to write, and also to add numbers. So it's all of the above. Answer is option D, all of the above. Next, what was Anil doing when the narrator met him? Playing, writing, watching a wrestling match, or running? And the answer is option C, watching a wrestling match. As he was standing on the ground and he was watching a match, it's at that time when narrator meets Anil. Okay, so answer is option C, watching a wrestling match. Next, what did Anil do with the food? He ate it, he liked it, he gave it to stray dogs, or he gave it to his friends. And the answer is option C, he gave it to stray dogs. As we all just seen that Hari Singh, he never knew to cook, but he came as a cook in his house. He cooked the food for the first time and it was terribly cooked and was not able to eat by anyone else. So it was given away to stray dogs. Answer is option C, gave it to stray dogs. Next, the meaning of the word queer is common, famous, strange, or special. And the answer is option C, strange. Next, the most trusting person the narrator ever met was Anil, Anil's friend, neighbor, or Anil's boss. And the answer is option A, Anil. Okay, because Anil was the person who was trusted blindly on Hari Singh. That is the narrator. So he says that he was the most trusting person he has ever met. Next, how much money did Hari Singh steal? 200 rupees, 400 rupees, 500 rupees, or 600 rupees? And the answer is option D, 600 rupees. As we come to know, when he went out from the house taking away the money, he counted and he counted that it was 600 rupees in 50s denomination. Right? So it's option D, 600 rupees. Next. Did Anil really mind his petty ways of earning money? Yes, no, maybe, none of the above. And the answer is option B, no. He did not mind the way he earned money. Sometimes he used to get good money, sometimes he used to get a little amount of money, so he never minded it. So answer is B, no. Okay, next. What did Hari Singh do with the robbed money? He returned it, ran away with it, gave it to the poor people, or bought plenty of sweets. And the answer is option A, returned it. Okay, though he ran away with it first, but later on what did he do? He returned it back and kept it under the mattress from where he had taken. So answer will be option A, returned it. Next. The word unlined means in a line, not in a line, showing no sign of worry or anxiety, or none of the above. And the answer is option C, showing no sign of worry or anxiety. Okay, so unlined means showing no signs of worry or anxiety. So with this 50 MCQs, we come to an end of this video. I hope this video was informative and useful for you all. If you like it, do hit the like button and share with your friends, and do subscribe